Following the Pahalgam butchery, security forces are continuing with their crackdown on Operation Clean Sweep in keeping with the Mitti Mein Mila Denge promise. Authorities in Jammu and Kashmir have so far demolished houses or dens of 9 active terrorists. The latest house to be razed belongs to terrorist Adnan Shafi that was destroyed using explosives in Shopian. With this, 9 of these houses of these suspected terrorists and overground workers have been razed since the Pahalgam terror attack.
The authorities have demolished more houses across the Kashmir Valley after the Pahalgam carnage, and right now we are reporting from the Zainapura where one of the active elite militant Adnan Shafi, his house has been destroyed, and we have been given the understanding that security has been heightened across the Kashmir, particularly to this place. You can see that the security officials, the security forces, CRPF Jawans, they are inquiring every vehicle before they will let them go towards this place, because this place is close to the house of the Adnan. Now remember that over 9 properties, such properties have been demolished, 7 alone in the southern region of Kashmir Valley, 2 in the northern Kashmir, that's the Kupwara and the Bandipora, where the LET local commander Jamil Gojri's house was demolished in Bandipora, and LET commander who is in the Pakistan, based in Pakistan, Farooq Ahmed Tidwa's house was demolished yesterday in the Kalarus area of the Kupwara. The security across Kashmir Valley has been heightened after this attack, and many such developments are taking place. The NIA has taken over this case. J&K police has formally lodged an FIR and will assist NIA into this case. We have been given the understanding that more such efforts have been initiated because there was that was a very calmly thing that was going on in the Pahalgam till the afternoon of the Tuesday, when this incident unfolded and sent a shock wave across the country.
So all of this action that has been initiated by our forces, that has been taking place in the last 48 to 72 hours alone, with the houses or these terror hideouts or the dens of these terrorists and their associates are now being demolished. They are being razed. As far as the names that are now concerned when it comes to these terrorists who've had a direct hand in the Pahalgam terror attack, let's put out their names. As far as Adil Thokar, LET commander, Asif Sheikh, also from Jaish-e-Mohammed, Ehsanul Haq, Shahid Ahmed and Zakir Ahmed, also of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, their terror dens that are now being destroyed and they have been demolished. And with regards to the others as well, when we speak of the overground workers as well, their terror networks are also something that are now being raised, as far as Farooq Ahmed, Adnan Shafi, Amir Nazirwani and also Jamil Ahmed. Now such actions that are now expected to continue, but as far as when we talk about the networks, the terror links that have now been established of all of those who are now at the receiving end of this crackdown, however, there is an if and but here. The people like Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and his predecessor seems to be keen on presenting a picture that if terrorists are being, their dens are being demolished, then be mindful that when it comes to the houses of the common Kashmiris are not harmed, are not demolished. Because here Omar Abdullah has been asking the center to avoid misplaced action that alienates the people of Jammu and Kashmir and not let innocents become collateral damage. Supporting him is Mehbooba Mufti, who seems to be claiming that the homes of these common Kashmiris are being demolished. Are these common Kashmiris the list of these terrorists who've had a hand as far as the Pahalgam terror attack are concerned? Are they common Kashmiris or are they Pakistani terrorists who have come here to bleed the blood of Kashmiri nationals? When we speak of the Congress party too, that has also jumped the gun, supporting its ally, the NC. The BJP, however, has been saying that such kind of statements are a disservice. It's an insult to the victims of Pahalgam terror attack.
महबूबा मुफ्ती जम्मू कश्मीर की मुख्यमंत्री रही हैं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मदद से रही हैं। अगर उनका कोई ऑब्जर्वेशन है और ये कहना कि वहाँ पे इनोसेंट लोगों को जानबूझ के या अनजाने में परेशान ना किया जाए, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि इसके अंदर कोई गलत बात है। जो कुछ उन्होंने कहा है भारत सरकार को वहाँ के गवर्नर सिन्हा साहब को इस पे विचार करना चाहिए और निश्चित तौर से अगर कोई बेगुनाह है तो इससे पहले कि उसके खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई की जाए तमाम शक व शुबहात को दूर करना चाहिए।
विपक्ष के लोग गुड कॉप बैड कॉप खेल रहे हैं। एक तरफ कहते हैं कि ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग के अंदर की सरकार के साथ पूरी तरीके से है कि उसको पाकिस्तान के आतंकी संगठनों के खिलाफ मुंह तोड़ जवाब देना चाहिए। वहीं दूसरी तरफ ये अपने वोट बैंक को खुश करने के लिए एक के बाद एक अलग अलग बयान दे रहे हैं। महबूबा मुफ्ती को इस बात पे चिढ़ हो रही है कि जो ओवरग्राउंड वर्कर्स पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादियों को पनाह दे रहे थे उनके घरों के खिलाफ उनके घरों को तोड़ा जा रहा है। महबूबा मुफ्ती या कांग्रेस पार्टी और इंडिया अलायंस एक हाथ से तो बात कह रही है कि वो समर्थन कर रही है और दूसरे हाथ से वो अपने वोट बैंक को खुश कर रही है, पर इनकी नीति और नियत सॉफ्ट सपोर्ट पाकिस्तान की डीप टेरर स्टेट को देने की है।
Meanwhile, the residences or these terror dens that are active are also being raided. What we are getting to know that several locations that are being raided, we are getting through sources this information. But beforehand, let's get in a word from Yavar and Pradeep who are joining us here on the broadcast. Yavar, the ifs and buts are a problem here. Of course, when it comes to unconditional support that needs to be extended to the government of India and to our forces. In the last 48 to 72 hours, we are looking at these terror networks and these terror dens of these terrorists and their associates that are now being brought down.
Well, exactly. There has been a politics that's in the ground from the ruling party to the National Conference and others. Now, remember that after the security forces, they carried out a massive strike on the residential houses of active militants in the parts of the Kashmir. 9 houses have been targeted and demolished. There has been the political sense that's gaining the ground. Omar Abdullah, who is the Chief Minister of the Union Territories, says that the guilty should be punished very harshly. However, it should be taken into the consideration that no public damage or any sort of collateral damage would take place during the course. So as the Mahbub Mufti says that there should be the distinguish between the innocent and the militant property. The National Conference MP Aga Ruhollah also said that Kashmir is being given the collateral punishment. So these are the developments that are taking place in the Kashmir Valley. If we talk about the BJP has came down heavily on all these parties, saying that they are the one who are the sympathizers of these terror networks and these modules. Pertinent to mention here is that there has been a fresh statement that has been interrupted from the Congress chief Tariq Hamid Kara, in which he said that let's have a talk on the chair with the Pakistan. So this has also been emerged when it comes to the fresh statement that came in from the Congress, because Congress is in the alliance with the government of the National Conference in the Union Territory. So these are the steps, these are the developments that are taking place on the ground when it comes to the...
When it comes to raising the houses of these terror dens, of these terror networks and their associates, it is also about the protection of the Kashmiri nationals, the locals there as well. When it comes to the kind of support that they have also been providing in the protest that has been taking place against the terror attack that happened in Pahalgam, because this is an example that they are now setting. Let's get in a word also from Pradeep on this breaking update that is now coming in of these raids that have been taking place. 12 different locations, what we are told through sources, that are being raided. Searches are being carried out across Dota and Kishwar by the security forces in connection with the terror attack. So it's not just limited to Srinagar, or even when it comes to Kashmir. Is it we are looking at several locations, Pradeep, in Jammu as well, when it comes to all these terrorists and how the infiltration is deep within, not just in the valley, but in Jammu as well. All of those raids are being taking place with concern to the terror attack.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Security forces are making all-out efforts to dismantle ecosystem of terror. That's one of the reasons right now the raid is being conducted in 13 locations in Doda, Bhadarwah and Kishtwar area. And most of these terrorists, they are said to be operating from Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Their houses are being raided. They are being searched because one of the terrorists is identified as Khubeb. He's considered to be one of a dreaded Lashkar-e-Toiba commander who for the last several years operating from Pakistan, and from there he is trying to revive terror-related activities. So they are looking after the overground worker, they are looking after the terrorists, they are looking after the sympathizers. So there will be no mercy for them, because what Prime Minister said, the space for them is going to shrink. And that's exactly what they are doing. They want that the space for them should shrink, and that's why action is being initiated. They are trying to choke this oxygen that is being provided to the terrorists so that they can operate in this area. Because without overground support, without this network of sympathizers, the terrorists will not be able to operate. But unfortunate thing is that politicians are trying to politicize this issue. Mehbooba Mufti, Omar Abdullah and others are speaking for these terrorists, beating chest for the terrorists, but not speaking for the common people. If anybody is innocent in Pahalgam attack, after Pahalgam attack, it was the tourists only. So these people are not innocent people. They are the one who have got their hands soaked in blood. And second thing is that we have heard a statement coming from initially, the few weeks before this attack took place. The statement was from Rohilla. He called it that this was a cultural invasion. Cultural invasion, if anybody is responsible and outsider, those are the terrorists coming from Pakistan's side. They are the one who have spoiled the culture of Jammu and Kashmir by introducing guns, and because of which there had been death, destruction and devastation. And today, if they are beating chest for them, they are committing a mistake, because that way they are not only trying to radicalize the younger generation, but also sowing seeds of hatred. And we have seen that this way, the terrorists will get kind of a justification for each and every act of terror they will be committing on Kashmir soil. I think this
There shouldn't be any ifs or buts with regards to such kind of operations that have been taking place to actually uproot terrorism that has infiltrated within Indian territory. Pradeep, we'll just come back to you, because when